Hey guys, welcome to your daily devotional for today. We're going to be reading Acts 12 together. And Acts 12 shares the story of two disciples of Jesus who have been spreading the gospel. And King Herod, at the time, he was trying to take down a lot of the early church and believers. And so he actually found and killed James, the brother of John, one of Jesus's disciples, and he became another martyr, just as Stephen was a martyr in one of the chapters that we read earlier in Acts. It was not an easy time for the disciples. But we also read a story of Peter, and King Herod had taken Peter captive and he imprisoned him. Now, when we read in verse 6, we see that God actually had a different plan for Peter, and he had a greater purpose for Peter. And so as Peter was sleeping in prison, it says that verse 7, "Behold, an angel of the Lord stood next to him, and a light shone in the cell. He struck Peter on the side and woke him, saying, 'Get up quickly,' and the chains fell off of his hands. The angel said to him, 'Dress yourself and put on your sandals,' and he did so. And he said to him, 'Wrap your cloak around you and follow me.' And he went out and followed him. He didn't know that what was being done by the angel was real. He thought it was a vision." Verse 10, "When they had passed the first and the second guard, they came to the iron gate leading into the city. It opened for them of its own accord, and they went out and went along one street, and immediately the angel left him. When Peter came to himself, he said, 'Now I am sure that the Lord has sent his angel and rescued me from the hand of Herod and from all that the Jewish people were expecting.'" Now, this is an amazing story of Peter being rescued from prison by an angel sent from God. And, at the time, Peter probably felt abandoned. He might have just been very discouraged, even fearful, because he had just maybe heard or knew about the other disciple, James, that had just been killed. And so he was probably thinking that he was next. And so for God to come and to do a miracle in allowing him to be rescued from prison and sending an angel, that was amazing. And afterwards, Peter was able to share this amazing testimony, this miracle, with other people, and their faith was increased. Later on, if we go all the way down to verse 24, this whole chapter, it seems like bad news. James was killed and martyred, and then Peter was in prison. But we see at the end, verse 24, it says, "But the word of God increased and multiplied." I know sometimes it may be scary and confusing and unpredictable, the life of being a Christian, of being a believer. But, God has a greater plan for us. He has a greater plan in place already from the beginning that he had already established and prepared for us. And we can just choose to have faith in knowing that God has a perfect plan for us, and each plan is different. Every disciple of Jesus decided to trust him, and whatever their fate was, they decided to continue to pursue and to share the good news. And I think that's how God is calling us. I don't know what your perfect plan is, and hopefully it's not as violent as what we've read in our story, but I know that it's good. I know that it's perfect. And I hope that you guys can continue to pray and to submit to God as you find your plan, or God's plan that he has for you. And maybe you already know part of it. Maybe you have some testimonies to share with others to increase their faith. I hope that you can share it with us and share it with others. All right, guys, see you next time. Ba da 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 da.